It's extremely important for every single American and people worldwide to really, truly understand what's happening with our economic system. As the biggest asset managers in the world over the past 5 to 6 to 7 years have told you that cryptocurrency is a fraud, you're a criminal if you invest in it, it's rat poisoning, it's used for money laundering, those very same people are getting the infrastructure set up for a new financial system. So many people comment, JV, when's the switch going to be flipped? This person said on this date. Family, this has been happening for decades. This change has been slowly and methodically being rolled out. Every decision, every interest rate hike, every lawsuit, every problem has a reaction that the same person comes up with a solution. I'm going to keep presenting the facts, figures, numbers, logic. Now, this is a critical time right now. Because from this point right now, for the next 10 months is accumulation phase in a very speculative asset, crypto. There is no get rich quick. Do not invest more than you can afford to lose. You need to be non-emotional. Because in April, we have what's called the Bitcoin halving. After the Bitcoin halving, there'll be a parabolic move in the next couple months after the Bitcoin halving in 2024. It's going to go skyrocketing. And during that point, you must exit some of your profits. Or pull some profits. Because when that stuff goes parabolic, the same people that are making it dip right now and are buying the dip are going to sell to the people that want to get rich quick and that are coming in. So let me show you facts, figures, numbers, logic. Okay, so we know that BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world, if approved, their Bitcoin ETF from the world's biggest asset manager could attract investors reluctant to buy high-risk cryptocurrency directly. So what that means allows them to get into the market and get exposure without direct exposure. Now, it's key to understand when they're trying to fudge you out of this technology, everything in the financial space is going to be tokenized. Pay attention.
Went to new assets. The same thing's happening in financial services. It's a long process. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens over decades. But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting.
This system benefits them big time. Don't get fooled by this. The old archaic banking system is dead. Going to school, getting a secure job, getting a 401k, or hopefully getting a job with a pension, that system is dead. We're moving to quantum computing, real-time payments, on-demand liquidity, and there's an opportunity for normal everyday people to invest in this innovative technology. That is why they fudge you out of this. And that is why next year they'll get you excited about it because they're going to be selling you their profits. So we know that BlackRock is connected to the Federal Reserve. They've been tapped twice to balance out the American markets. So BlackRock, Valdery, I can't pronounce that guy's name, and others petitioned for SEC for Bitcoin ETF approval. But let's not take my word for it. Let's listen to the largest asset manager in the world, CEO Larry Fink, and what he says about tokenization.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in an ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code right. Of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
It changes the whole ecosystem. You need a shock to the system to move consumer behaviors. Larry Fink said you must force behaviors. So as you were looking at aliens in the sky and all the things happening, BlackRock increased their position in MicroStrategies, which is the largest holder of Bitcoin. Don't believe your uncle at the barbecue or your grandma or your mom or dad that's telling you that cryptocurrency is a Ponzi scheme. Yes, there are Ponzi schemes in crypto. Remember, there is no get rich quick. The meme coin game is not going to get you there. If the influencer you're following or the creator you're following is constantly changing their narrative, they're probably the one making the most money. There is no get rich quick. There's getting wealthy for sure by understanding how to rewire the foundation. Cryptocurrency is a speculative investment. If you don't know what you're doing, you could get hurt really bad because you're going to be emotional. There's a reason why 1% of the population controls most of the wealth. You have to be non-emotional, have an exit plan, accumulate when everybody's fearful, and sell when everybody's excited. But when you sell, this is the most important part. We take our money and we put it into Index Universal Life. We secure our wealth to protect it. Nobody can touch it. Nobody can sue it. And the principal is guaranteed, even though the capital markets are going to be really rough on the back end of this year. So we guarantee our principal, and we do the infinity banking concept where we can borrow against our own policy tax-free. And as we build the cash value, we have tax-free retirement, unlike the 401k. The 401k is a tax code that keeps you poor. The tax code 7022, look that up around infinity banking or insurance cash value policies. We also diversify in business, precious metals, and now we're getting into real estate for the depreciation to help with taxes. If you understand the tax codes, they're designed for you not to pay taxes, but we're not taught how the game works. So when people say things like Trump doesn't pay taxes, or these wealthy people don't pay taxes, then get wealthy and understand the game. When I was indoctrinated, when I first started making a large amount of money, I had massive tax bills. Paid my taxes and started to figure out the game and understanding how I can get tax liabilities. For example, the vehicle I drive is paid for by one of my companies. You can depreciate the value of a vehicle if it's over a certain tonnage. There's many things you can do. Remember, if you think the system is designed against you, it is. And if you understand the system, it can be for you. We all accepted this. Our grandparents and parents accepted this. This is a reality we accepted. And the only way to change that reality is not to go against anybody, but to understand that you are the problem, that you are the solve. And in the beginning is the end. It's a decision you make right now to study, read books, educate yourself, and rewire the foundation. Because rich parents have rich kids and poor parents have poor kids. So it doesn't matter how much money you make in crypto. If you don't rewire the foundation, you'll be in the same situation. Warriors, rise! Get your shit together. Love you guys. Remember, I will never proactively DM you. I do not invest people's money. I'm a licensed insurance agent. I help people with Index Universal Life. I'm also building my insurance team inside my Warrior Academy. It's in my bio here on TikTok. If anybody DMs you and asks you to send you money and they say they're me, it's not me. I will never proactively DM you. We don't invest people's money. We don't have an investment platform. The businesses we have is the Warrior Academy. Merlin, our crypto tracker, is not an investment, coming out in July. And inside the Academy, we teach people Index Universal Life and many other tools in my 120-day challenge. Education platforms, not investment platforms. So I just want to protect all my friends. I love you guys. Everything's in the bio here. Please watch out for scammers. Talk to you soon.